Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our very own Let's Play of Kaiserreich. So we are playing the Union of Britain. We are at war against Canada. We're at war against everyone, basically. Let's have a look at the world map over here. So yeah, you can see we are at war with the Reichspakt, so the German Empire. We are at war with the Donaubund, so basically all of these guys down here, and with basically large parts of Asia as well, because they are German controlled. Most importantly though, Canada, that is something that we do want to do this turn. And a little bit down here, you can see some of our red units. Ooh, you have additional things that you could pick? No, I think you're fine. Like you are. And you don't have anything either. Right, so yeah, we are advancing here with the special forces down into basically Cuba. So that's okay. We are also attacking a little bit over here. And in Canada, we are advancing quite strongly, I would say, actually, into some of these regions. Let's assign this tank here, and maybe at least these two tanks here towards this army. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all of the other tanks that are around over here away from basically this mission. That's alright. And then let's take all of you guys and let's drive all of these guys to Boston because I want to save a little bit of fuel, and I think we don't really need all of these guys fighting all that way over there. And indeed we might actually think about some of these motorized troops as well. And I suppose I could grab like 4 of you guys. Well, that's maybe a bit too much, but at least you here because you're pretty strong. And then from you, maybe you as well, and you're going to be part of this tank army. So you likewise are going to use the railroad, and you're going to go to Boston, and that's fine, and that's going to save us some fuel. You're trying to advance to Vancouver, and that is fantastic. Again, you guys are doing fine there. We do have a lot of troops down here in Africa, where supposedly we do need to... Well, I would like to cut all of these guys off, and... Can we advance into here? Why are we not doing that then? Oh, come on, guys. Do be a little bit creative. Right, all of you guys down here are suffering a little bit from attrition. Mostly, I would say. This is only forest. So, you know what? What we actually might want to do here is grab you and at least cut off... It's a small number of units, but at least it's going to also increase our supply base a little bit there. So that, I think, is a good idea. So let's do this. You are very low in organization as well. As are you, but you are fine. So let's grab you over here. That should do it for this unit. You're fine where you are. So that's great to see as well. Up over here, we are battling a little bit this way, that way. They have landed there, of course, again. Yeah, and we are holding out in France, so I think that's okay. And let's briefly check on France. You still have 400,000 guys ready. Germany's still about 1 million. Italy is looking a little bit weak at 130,000. Austria looking fairly weak actually, and you guys up here are also 100,000 or so. Interesting. Also, let's lastly look at these guys. Okay, no, let's look at the air battle. So we are doing naval strikes over here. We are doing port strikes. That is fine and fantastic. Some port strikes over there. We do have some fleets over here, and we do have a lot of air force units up over here, including a couple of tactical bombers actually. So, and a couple of fighters that aren't really used in Canada at this moment. So I suppose what we can do is grab you here. And can we get you down to Cuba? Yeah, we can. So let's ask you to be patrolling. Is that counting as the Caribbean Sea? It probably is. So let's ask you to fly patrols over here. It's going to be a little bit tough, but all in all you should be okay there. And then these tactical bombers as well. You're going to come down here. You're going to fly over the Caribbean Sea. And you're going to do close air support. That should be fine. Good. Yeah, fantastic. Good stuff. Right. Let's resume time over here and see what we are going to get. A lot of battles over here already. So some port strikes, fighter baiting. Central America has joined our faction, so that is a good result. Also, likewise, losing a destroyer over here on their side. That is, who is that? Portugal? Potentially Portugal. Right, research slot. That was just fighter baiting. I think we can do this over here. Should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. More port strikes. We're probably not going to read all of them, and I think we're just going to pretty much ignore them for a little while there, and that should be okay. Who's Central America? Central America are you guys over there. That's cool. Yeah, so you're joining up now. That's good. We are holding the line over here against a couple of militias. That shouldn't be too bad. You guys are going over there. I don't think you actually need to do that. Let's grab one of you guys, ask you to stay here, and you're going to make your way up and around to Havana. And then what we're going to do is we are going to plan a naval invasion from Havana all the way to Port Spain down here. Port Spain does have the distinction of being a very oil-rich province, so that is why I would really like to take these guys on. And then let's grab these dreadnoughts. You're gonna come down here to Havana itself. We probably have a couple of sea zones here to cover. You guys are doing naval invasion support. Let's actually ask all of you guys to also do this over here. And likewise, you're also patrolling over there, and that should be nice. Good. Very low supply in this theater down here. Yes, that is a big issue. We are fighting over here. They do have some supply issues as well, so that is at least nice to see. Then we are doing some port strikes here, some there. Minor damage, really. Here we are doing a lot more damage. A lot on Blucher there. Losing a couple of aircrafts in every now and then, that is okay. As long as we are sinking some ships, and we are doing that, so that is nice. Friedrich Karl, submarines, and we have Kampfgruppe, also very nice because that means we get more planning speed, more recovery rate, more organization on all infantry, motorized and mechanized infantry. Very, very good result for us. So, do we want to do desperate defense for more recruitable population? Would be nice. I think this is more likely, so fire brigades, backhand blow and modern blitzkrieg. So let's go down this route. Of course we're going to spend some items there to pay for that, or at least accelerate it. That's nice. Oh, we do have a battle over here. That's submarines sinking a lot of their convoys, hopefully. And we've got you guys over there. That's alright as well. Some battles over here. Let's make sure nothing over here is collapsing. No, everything seems to be fine. You're doing an attack over there that will go nowhere, I'm sure. But that's okay. Right, you guys have advanced over there. That's nice. I suppose I could try to attack over here. You guys should be fairly weak now. So let's try to get them there. And you, my friend, need to actually start to prepare an invasion, an offensive line over here, which we can't possibly draw, so that's okay. Let's not do that then. Right, you are alright where you are. We are sending up a couple of ships over here, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. You are landing there, so that's nice. And that means you here can likewise prepare for a naval invasion. Again, from Havana to, I suppose, San Juan. I suppose Kingston would also be a very good target, so let's try to do that as well. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. You are coming up there. You guys are now going down there. That's fine. Naval combat. Yeah, that's okay. Lots of convoys over there. Nothing too particular. Yeah, we are just doing more damage. It's accumulating over time. And sometimes we are sinking a submarine, so that's good. Good enough for me, at least. Right, are we looking in terms of fuel? A little bit better than we were before. But I suppose, is it going to be enough? Let's also look at trade. Let's make sure we're not being super inefficient there. You guys are hopefully getting these guys here to collapse. Come on, it's just 3 units. You should be able to win there fairly easily. But there's an actual big battle over here that we completely missed. But where they didn't even do any damage. So we sunk 12 light cruisers over here. And it was primarily our dreadnought actually killing blow. Yeah, it seems to be. But also a couple of light interwarships. So yeah, I think that was a fairly nice result there. So obviously that was very good for us. We are being attacked over here. I don't suppose they will hold this, or that they'll be able to attack here for a very long time. I think we'll be able to throw them back very handily over there. 2 submarines sunk here. Good. Destroyer sunk there. Not much over here. A lot of convoys sunk there. That's good. Right. And we seem to be expanding into northern Germany, so I think Germany might actually be collapsing fairly soon. Let's do keep an eye on things over here. We are advancing on Vancouver. Let's advance to Edmund over there. And let's grab these 2 victory point provinces as well. Oh, I just didn't click anything, but it seems to be fine. There are a couple of units there, which I think we will ignore. We are fine over there. We have a couple of free military factories, and it seems like our light tank production is actually capping, and we are... It seems we have repaired most of our light... most of our equipment, so let's actually build a couple of... we could build mechanized equipment. We cannot create variants here. And you are relatively slow. But I would like to build a couple of these guys. Okay, so we are a little bit shy on rubber. We are not using that finding template, but I think it's going to be alright. So need to increase that. More port strikes, Dunkirk over here. Not the biggest effect, but still alright. Some battle over here. We should, by the way, oh, destroyer sunk, nice. We should, by the way, have a look at these guys over here. Scout fleet number 1. Where are you based? You're going to base over here. Okay, so that should work. You should now be repairing. We need to make sure that we are repairing most of the ships that do need any repair. Simply because very soon we will be getting a very exciting upgrade for most of our units. So let's make sure to at least do half of you guys. You're alright for now. I suppose we don't have... No, we do. Okay, you guys join up over there. That's fantastic. Everyone else over here. You're fine actually. You. Oh, you are in some battle. Okay, at some point you'll need to repair. You're now repairing completely. You're fine. Oh, you're not fine. Okay, yeah, let's get you to repair. And that should be very good. Right. Lastly, ooh, destroyer sunk there. Ooh, large number of aircrafts destroyed there. And here is the Austrian Navy. It says Italian Republic, but it's mostly Austrian ships. 10 dreadnoughts. I would very much like to engage these guys. But let's keep an eye on Cuba. So you, I think, just won against this defense. Let's try to get to Santiago de Cuba and let's get some of these stuff out of the way. So King Edward flees Canada. With the situation in the Canadian Commonwealth seemingly beyond hope, King Edward VIII has fled the country with the rest of his family, heading into exile at a secret destination, perhaps to get one last sliver of hope that the British monarchy could yet survive. With the King goes the Entente Alliance, Canada's allies now cast adrift and left on their own destinies, as well as any possibilities. Now cast adrift and left to their own destinies, as well as any possibility that the British could perhaps one day retake the home island. He can run, but he cannot hide. Peace deal. Peace deal. Peace deal. Peace deal. Peace deal. Peace deal. Okay, so who are we at peace again? So we are at war over here, still against a lot of these nations, including Canada and the West Indies. But, for example, not Australia anymore. Is that true? Well, I'm not sure I agree to that assessment, my friends. Still at war against the Germans, but now at peace with the Australians and the Dominion of India. Extremely interesting, isn't it? And I think that Canada should soon collapse. So Vancouver at least is under attack now. We are crossing the river over here, but we are still doing more damage than they are. But I suppose what I should be trying to do is circle around over here at least so that we... Wait a minute. This is not actually Vancouver, so let's try to get behind him even. That should be fairly nice. You know what? You can try to grab that. You can also try to grab admin over there. That's alright. And the other important province... not really important, but let's grab it anyway. That's okay. You guys are over there. That's alright. Let's get you over there. Right, fantastic. Good stuff. Over here we are now counter-attacking. We are seemingly doing a lot of damage, so that is good to see. Every now and then they seem to be counter-attacking, so That's a bit weird. And there we go. Firstly, we are getting the advanced cruiser, and secondly, we do get into a treaty over here. Can I actually click on this screen? No, I cannot. Okay, Ireland. Of course, we are going to take all states of Ireland. I'm fairly sure about that. England, take all states. And turn. So that's the result of turn 1. We took all of this as our own, which I think is fine. Where is Canada? Why can't I be taking anything off Canada? What weird BS is this? Okay, you took Porto. That's alright. All in all, it does make sense if you're taking Portugal. We would have Sardinia, and we would have the French Republic. French Republic is fairly strong, actually, in these regions over here. It's mostly steel, but it's actually fairly strong state. Sardinia itself does have 6 factories. So, sorry, how many dockyards? 2 over there, 2 over there. But I think this area here is much more meaningful to us. Not so much these southern territories here, but it's only a single victory point, so we might as well take it. Right, there's nothing with oil over here. So I'm fairly happy about that. As long as all of this is mine, I think we should be alright. How about Corsica? 3 civilian factories? It's not nothing. Yeah, let's grab that. I mean, we've lost Malta, so... And turn there. No one else has taken anything. Let's pass. You're taking Guarda, so you're eating into Portugal. That's alright, actually. So we could take more of France there. Have these guys concluded their civil war? Oh, this is so weird. And why can I not take Canada? Treaty of Dublin. This is really weird. Alright, okay, never mind. So, back to focus. I think Sardinia would be lovely. It should logically sort of go to our Italian friends. Commune. But they have barely fought over these areas. Still, we're going to leave it for now. Going to take basically all of this here. It's basically worthless anyway. But yeah, so that we have most of Africa over there. You know what? This area here is valuable to me, as is this. And this area up there we cannot grab for now. So let's end turn here. Have they taken anything? No, no one has really taken anything. Portugal. What's left? Lisbon, Madeira. Madeira is down there. Yeah, I think I'll like to take it. Portuguese Guinea. Yeah, I think that's alright. Well, we could take Lisbon. That would be sort of awkward, actually, but... why not? Let's take it. Bear. 4 civilian factories. Why not? Yeah, and then let's take these 2 states over there as well. And we're done. And we do need to pause over here. So, where do we stand? We've got large chunks. Okay, so no, these guys are back to where they are. We are still at war against Canada. Is that true? Yes, and the West Indies, so that's good. To see they are now without a faction, that's alright. So let's briefly take a look at who is still at war over here. So yeah, it is all of the German puppets, of course. German East Indies, Dutch units, yes, yes, yes. Germany's still down there. These guys are still at war with each other. Although I think India will collapse fairly soon without the support of Canada and all of the others. We are free to basically hop around over there, so that's good to see as well. And fairly good actually, so a couple of ships sunk, I guess. Yep, that's alright. That is alright as well. Seems to be a large battle still raging over here. No, it's not the same battle. Our Italian friends are not doing too great against their Italians. Germans haven't really punched through over here. This is expanding, and they are taking Brunswick. They have crossed the river over here, but they've not yet, the Soviets have not yet made Poland collapse. So that's interesting. And we just discovered something, and I completely forgot what it was. I think the advanced cruiser hull. Yeah, I think so. Let's go for the advanced light medium battery upgrade. That is a fairly good thing to have. And I do like it. Good. We have more military factories. That is interesting. So what are we really short on at this moment? Still infantry equipment, some artillery equipment, a lot of motorized equipment. Okay, you know what? Let's produce more infantry equipment. We are producing a lot already. We have 25 factories assigned to that. Let's go to at least 32. Yeah, I think that's good. Yes, we can dismiss that. We are short on a little bit short on resources. Suppose we don't need tungsten anymore because we have a lot now, but we do need some aluminium, so let's buy that. Everything else is fine, so that's good to see. Resistance to occupation. So we do have a lot of guys over here in Ireland now, so you guys actually don't need to garrison Ireland anymore, and nor do you really need to garrison North Africa, but I suppose what we do need to do is guard the south of Africa, the southern African bit. Okay, can I have a look? It's always a little bit weird that it doesn't really show this too well, I suppose. So if this is still okay, that's Morocco. So can I ask you to guard? Ah, it's bloody difficult to see. Right, okay, you guys, you can guard. Well, okay, no. Let's take the Irish. The Irish are gonna look at these guys down here. Fairly fine. Yeah, there we go. Do need a lot more than you have, but that's alright. And you guys, from the North African garrison, you don't really need to watch this over here. That's fine. Just concentrate on sort of the Morocco area. And that, I suppose, is fine. Good. Right, and in the North American occupation force, you can sort of ignore New England, which I suppose is more or less this. Montreal is probably not part of it. I think it's about like this. Right, fantastic, good. There we go. Very nice. Good. Back to this. Decisions available. What sort of division? Ooh, you return communal lands. Return Italian lands. Return Liberian lands. The fate of Algeria. Oh dear God, we need to decide all of these things, don't we? The fate of Algeria, the fate of Burkina Faso, the fate of Mali. The fate of Portugal. Give it to Spaniards, including the Azores. Liberate it or keep it. Keeping it would cost us a lot of political power, and I suppose that is true for any of these alternatives. I would really like to keep this area over there. I would really like to keep that. Okay, let's give it to the Spaniards. I think that's alright. This is a lot of political power. It's a lot of political power. I mean, I really like this. Okay, Sardinia. It does make sense to give it to Italy. Let's do it. Yeah, it's only Corsica. it does make sense to give it to them. Hopefully they're not going to lose it. I think they will be alright. Good. All of the other ones are still waiting here though. Return of Liberian lands. That's interesting. Who's got... Liberia has got a claim on any of this? Yeah, you do have a claim over here on these provinces with this single civilian factory. And nothing whatsoever. So you know what? I think I can do that. I will give it back to Liberia. Which is still government in exile, because they apparently never returned. So yeah, sometimes it all doesn't make all too much sense. Okay, let's decide Algeria. Do we want to occupy them, or do we want to liberate a loyal Algeria? Thing is, they are fairly strong. I mean, there are a lot of provinces over here. We've got 5 factories over here, 3 over there. Another 4 over here. I think this is Tunisia, and I think it does count. So that's Algeria, Constantine, Southern Sahara, and Iran. I would like to occupy these provinces at the very least. Burkina Faso. You need to take the decisions. Right. Upper Volta. I think it's all down here, right? So the only one I really want to keep is Nigeria due to the oil. Senegal. It must be down here somewhere. No, it's probably not. Wait a minute. Burkina Faso. Upper Volta. Yeah, I would hope that I would knew. Here we go. It's only Upper Volta? Go ahead. Sure. I don't care about this. This is 2 factories. Not even. This is nothing to me. Right, okay, fine. Bit of Guinea. Guinea. State. There we go. Lovely. Mali. It's a little bit unfortunate that I cannot really occupy these guys without incurring minus a bazillion political power. Niger. I want to occupy it. I want to get the oil. Although I could get it very cheaply from a puppet as well. Tunisia. Tunisia, we're also going to keep Tunisia. Fate of these guys? Shot and Bark or whatever. Where's that? Shot and... Shot and which one? Boko a need. Where is that? We've got the shot here. Well, shot is pretty worthless. Wait, didn't I click on that before? I must have. Okay, maybe I'm blind. Right, don't comment on that, please. Mauritius. So, Mauritian Desert. Probably all of this down here, right? I really can't afford all of the political PowerPoint costs, so I'm just going to accept that. Sierra Leone, then. You only get Sierra Leone. Senegal, Portuguese, Sierra Leone? Wait a minute. When was this Sierra Leone? Senegal? Portuguese Guinea? Am I missing anything? Oh, must have. Jesus, this is embarrassing, you know. In Africa you'd think you know all the countries, but no, absolutely not. I know there's a search feature, but it's slightly hidden me. Okay. No, I had that already. Weird. Okay, that's slightly bugged. Right, and then we've got Senegal. You guys are up here. Good. Cape Verde, Guinea. Cape Verde, Guinea. I'm also going to occupy these guys because I want to have a power base over here to connect our... Let's not call it empire, but it is an empire sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's great. We've got all of these guys done. A couple of our aircraft being shot down, but I think we do have quite a bit of reserve there in naval bombers. Yeah, 100 aircraft at the very least. So yeah, that is still decent. Support equipment, we're doing fine. How are we doing in terms of production? We don't really produce that much, but it's fine. We do produce a couple of light tanks here. Not that many. We're producing a lot of motorized equipment. We are quite short on chromium now. Because... Well, we only need 8, so it doesn't really matter where we get it from. So I think 1 is fine anyway. And that's alright. And then let's try to win this battle over there. I'm just going to let it tick over the next day once. Just to see whether anything has cleared up. And of course we are going to look at this. Aircraft being shot down. Just some minor things. Some things down there. We probably need to stop that for a second. Just to make sure that everything is going alright. We are very, very, very shy on political power. We don't need it right now, but that's alright. 19 days till we get the new upgrade. And hopefully Canada is going to collapse soon enough as well. As we advance on Vancouver, I think we do have very good chances that we will see them surrender. Especially since I don't see any other victory points. They might have some hidden away somewhere, but I really don't see it, so yeah, that's alright. Good, and then we don't need to deal with the Australians, but we do need to deal with the Africans. So that is something that we do need to do sooner rather than later. All of you guys, come up here, do attack into there. You can advance. You can advance there as well. Good. Yeah, so we'll need to build this up, but that's alright. In terms of construction, we are building up quite a couple of factories now. And that I think is alright. So all of these guys are now part of our core territory. Or well, not core territory, but at least territory. So let's accelerate the reconstruction of these things so that we are spiraling out of control here a little bit faster. And that I think should be fairly fantastic. Let's also move this up here. Yeah. And once we've repaired everything, I think everything else will become a little bit easier as well. And that should be fairly nice. Good. And down here in Cuba we are still battling. That of course is nice to see. And you guys should actually be relatively ready to also engage in naval strikes, and that is something that we're going to see next time probably. These guys here hopefully will be overrun fairly quickly. And that too is very nice. Ooh, a naval battle over here. They have got some aircrafts that are attacking our ships. But all in all we seem to be fine over there. So, please gentlemen, attack into this province. That might be alright. And then we've got a couple of units here. They don't really have a job. I suppose you could try to also engage at least Kingston. Well, we don't know. We'll see. Right, that being said, I think this has been a fairly good turn for us here, hasn't it? Fuel situation, I hope that it's going to recover a little bit over time. Especially as we are, of course, building up more refineries, and we are researching better fuel refinery. Which is going to be one of the next things that we are going to discover, including advanced light batteries. That is going to be fun. Let's take a very last look here at the Navy Repair Crew. Yeah, we are repairing a couple of ships, but everyone else seems to be fine. And indeed, you guys here have already repaired, so let's send the other 3 guys into the fray. You likewise. Yeah, we could of course get all of these guys here to repair, but I don't think that is something that we want to do right now. So, that being said, last look here at the war. So we have got, for the first time I think, we show them at being roughly the same strength as we are. So that is very, very nice. We've only got the Donau Adria Bund. We've got no Entente anymore. All of these guys are now in no faction whatsoever. Canada, I think, is going to collapse very soon. West Indies, probably not that long after that. Sierra Leone, oh, you're weird. You bugged out. Well, that's just the way it is. Anyone else over here is fine. Good. So, that being said, we've got different wars over here. Interesting. So the Canadian war is now a different one than... No, it's still part of this. But we are doing this here still. Oh, look at the losses. That's interesting to see. Yeah, and it's mostly these guys here that have been dying to Canadian troops. And they've been mostly dying towards us. 900,000 troops dead towards ours. Whereas we have lost 43,000 against them. Overall, we lost 200,000 men. Mostly against the Germans. The Germans, on the other hand, probably haven't lost that much against us. No, 500,000. It's a 5-to-1 ratio. But look at the losses against France. 3.5 million dead. Against our French socialist comrades. They lost about 1 million. So it's a 3-to-1 exchange rate. Slightly worse than ours, but still very respectable, I think. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. See you again next time. Bye-bye.